Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I finally have the decorating squishy video that I said I was going to post like a month ago once I opened up that cheap eBay package. Anyway, so a few of these are from TomTop and then the little donuts are from eBay, and they're all super cheap and I've just decorated them up. So since I said that I was going to do this video, I know a few other YouTubers have done them and I have been obsessed with Mariah Elizabeth's one, as her squishy videos have been so good recently, so I'll leave the links to hers in the description below. To be honest, that's probably why I've been a bit delayed, because hers have turned out so good that I didn't think mine could even compare. So the first one that I actually decorated was this strawberry squishy, and I just painted on 3 layers of this pink fabric paint by the brand Scribbles, and this is just in the colour Shiny Bright Pink. And like I said, I just put 3 layers of this in total all over the strawberry, and this really helped to build up a nice colour. So I wanted to kind of keep like the dipped effect on this strawberry, so what I did was I moved on with a clear glitter fabric paint, and this is just the clear crystal glitter or something like that from Scribbles, and I just painted this on all of the bottom. The white does actually dry clear, so I just wanted it really nice and glittery, and this is exactly what this paint does. So next, moving on with a Tulips metallic fabric paint, I just used the colour gold and painted on the leaf on top of the strawberry with the gold colour. I didn't want this to be a green, I wanted it to be more magical, as with the glitter and the gold. And then what I did was I went ahead and painted on her face once all of that had dried. Now this was actually another day, as you can see the lighting was completely different, the sun was out, and I just kind of painted on the face on that day. And then what I did was I added little white seeds all over the strawberry on the front and the back. Now I wanted to do this in white on the pink to make it a more kawaii effect. You can obviously do it in any colour that you want. If you want it more realistic, you'll want to do your strawberry obviously red, but I wanted mine to be more kawaii and completely different to the one that I originally purchased. So like I said, I just put the white seeds all over, and I also added a little bit of blush either side of the eyes. Now it's really hard to show the glitter on camera here, but as you can see it's so glittery, and honestly it looks so nice in real life. So once completely decorated, as you can see this squishy turned out so slow rising, almost a little bit too slow rising. So what I actually did was I actually put a little cut in the paint so that the air could kind of get in and out a little bit better, and that definitely helped. So yeah, once you're putting on a couple layers of paint, you want to take this into consideration, as it can trap the air inside. So I'm really happy with how this little kind of makeover turned out. I love it so much better. Like, I liked it anyway, but the seed kind of pattern and stuff was really off to the indents, and the painting was just a little bit dodgy, and I just felt like it needed cutening up with a little bit of pink paint and a cute little face. So here's this strawberry makeover complete, and I'll move on to the next one very shortly. I'll just squish it for you to be kind. So for the next makeover, I just took these 2 small yellow donuts and I just cut off the little loops that were on them, and I just kind of shaved off the little kind of plastic shavings that were on top to give like the coconut type effect. Anyway, with the first one, I just moved on with some pink fabric paint by the brand Scribbles again, and I just did a little dipped like effect with like icing on the top of that one. What I then did on this donut was I painted the whole rest of it white with just puffy paint, and I just popped this into a little container so that I could brush it on and get in those little dipped effects. Now if you was a bit more smarter than I was, you would have done the pink bit after the white, but I hadn't decided on the white until after. Anyway, what I then did was added some of that glitter paint that I used on the strawberry, and I just put a thin layer of this all over the white section of the donut. To make it more of a unicorn, what I then did was took a small piece of merry foam and I just cut out a unicorn horn and 2 ears to go either side of the horn, and what I then did was took some hot glue and stuck it to the very top of the donut. Next, taking some white fabric paint, I just painted those ears, and then taking the same gold metallic tulip paint that I used on the strawberry, I just painted the horn in the gold colour. Next, taking a super thin paintbrush and some black puffy paint, I just painted on a little face on the unicorn, just with some eyelashes and a little smile in between, and then I set that to dry, and once fully dry, this little donut decoration was completely finished. So I'm super happy with how this turned out. I actually really like the back and how the kind of orange seeped through the white, as I feel like it made it look a little bit more of a realistic donut. And yeah, I'm just really happy with how this one turned out. Anyway, so moving on to the second donuts DIY, what I did was I did the same dripping type icing effect on the top with a kind of tealy blue colour, and what I then did was took a brown fabric paint that I mixed up from a previous DIY, and I just painted this on the rest of the donut. I just painted it on the front and the back using a very small paintbrush. Next, in the same way that I did the unicorn donut, I just cut out 2 little ears, and I just shaped a little piece into an ear shape and then cut it in half, and I just stuck this to the top of the donut. Using the same colour that I did for the rest of the donut, I just painted the ears in this brownie coloured fabric paint mixture that I already had made up. What I then did was took some yellow fabric paint and just painted on 2 little innards on each ear and made them yellow like Rilakuma's ears are. I mean, I based this one off Rilakuma, which is obviously evident, but yeah, I just put little yellow bits on the ears. What I then did was added some white puffy paint to make the nose piece, and then with some black puffy paint I just used that same small brush again and painted on 2 eyes and the little nose and mouthpiece on the white bit of the donut. So once all the puffy paint was fully dry, as you can see, this squishy makeover was complete. Now I'm super happy with how this turned out. I feel like this one here might be even my favourite out of the 2. I just love it so much, and yeah, like I said, all the squishies improve with slow risiness with a couple layers of paint, so I'm really happy with that. And as you can see here, this is both of them together. Anyway, next, moving on, I then took this cat in a cup squishy that I feel like I also got from TomTop, and I would honestly say this was less than £4. I can't remember because I actually ordered so many, but yeah, I think this was less than £4 as well. So what I did was took a grey puffy paint mixture and I just mixed up loads in a little pot and just placed this all over the cat, and I actually did 2 layers in total of the grey to make it fully opaque so you couldn't see the face or anything like that through. Next, I wanted to fix the kind of crack that was in the cup, so I just went ahead and painted it in lilac, and I actually did 2 coats of this in total. I just filmed one as it's pretty self-explanatory. I just spread paint all over it in a nice kind of smoothing motion with a lollipop stick, and I left the bottom till last so I was able to stand the cup up without getting paint everywhere. So yeah, I just painted it all apart from the bottom and let it sit on like upright, and then went ahead and put 2 coats on the bottom once the like sides and stuff had dried. So next, moving on with this fabric paint, is one by Dylon, and this is one that I use for liquidy type things, you know, liquid chocolate or coffee and stuff like that. So this just came in so handy when it came to this DIY. So I just took this fabric paint and just spread it on all the way around the cat to make it look like it was kind of coffee coming out of the mug. Now this fabric paint I really like because it is really watery, and this I feel gives a better effect at a liquid, and just, yeah, because it's not so perfect or puffy or anything like that. So I really like using this paint. You can of course use tulip slick paint, that would work really well. I just don't have any in brown, so, but yeah, like I said, this one just works really well. What I then did with a darker grey fabric paint was just took the same small brush again and painted on loads of details, and I wanted this cat to look more like Pasheen, so I just basically drew out kind of Pasheen's face and markings on the cat, as Pasheen is definitely my favourite cat of all time. So if I can do a cat makeover, I'm obviously going to make it look like Pasheen. So yeah, I just did Pasheen's face with the 2 whiskers either side of the eyes, the 3 markings on her head, and then the 2 markings on her back, and that's exactly what I did. I also added the same grey colour into the inside of the handle just to make it a little bit prominent and make it look like there was kind of a shadow there rather than it all being connected. So the exact same thing happened with this one as the strawberry one. It turned out super well, but the air kind of got trapped inside. So I actually just put 3 little slits in the bottom to kind of give it a little air vent to allow the air in and out to make it like not so slow rising as it is. So yeah, I'm really happy with how this one turned out also. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this makeover. So I'm super happy that I finally got round to filming this video. I did actually start it about a month ago, but all my squishies kind of like messed up. I think I actually did 6 in total, but only these 3 DIYs actually survived, as my puffy paint just kept going like really sticky on top of the fabrics, or it would peel off. So I had to find the right type of cheap kind of squishies that it would work on. So here's the outcome. I'm really happy with them. Let me know in the comments, by the way, which one was your favourite, as I'm really excited to know, as they're all a little bit different, but I like them all very much. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye!